What's up, YouTube and Facebook, and apparently now Bing, and people on MSN are searching for me, and it's good. It's good. Like, share, share. Now, this video here ain't about, well, it ain't strictly about the virus, and it ain't about my car. Now, the way the world's going right now is pretty rough. Alright. Now, luckily, I live in an open carry state, but I am going to get a concealed carry permit at some point. Next couple of weeks, maybe. Now, of course, I'd only really need it when I'm taking this thing wherever, but, you know. But, see, for those of y'all that know me pretty good, I just bought my first ever handgun, or pistol, or sidearm, whatever you want to call it, a couple of weeks ago. And me and my stepbrother went to the range and fired off a few rounds, and yeah, it does pretty good for a cheap gun. Now, up until recently, I thought I would never have to have a gun because I've always been able to take them away. And to prove that point, see, when I was a little kid, well, all the way up into teen years, actually, me and my stepbrothers, all three of them, we used to run around the yard, play with guns all day long, you know. BB guns, pellet guns, airsoft, we had it all. I'd fire them up on airsoft. Alright. And my cousins too. Well, more my cousins than my stepbrothers because they actually lived there for a little while. But anyway, we had a game. And basically, the object was to run around all day with a pistol on your side and sneak up on the other one, or somebody's mama call them and you jump them and try to disarm them, or try to rob them or mug them. Well, the point of the game was to try to disarm the attacker in a sudden, you know, give me your wallet type of situation. Well, didn't work so good with the plastic ones, but it worked great with the metal ones. I'm a 90s kid. I got to play with metal. Okay. Anyway, actually saved my life. A few months after I turned 21, I was going to a new bar in Tampa. I can't remember the name of it. Some dance club. And it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm on the way home. I lived in Polk County. That's the middle of the state, and Tampa's all the way on the other side. And I stopped for gas. Well, when I pulled up, I didn't think nothing of this guy standing out front. You know, I figured he was waiting on a ride, whatever. Didn't even pay him no mind, really. And went inside, paid for my gas, come back out, pumped my gas, went back inside and got my change. And that's when he met me on the other side of my car. He comes up with a revolver, and as soon as I seen that metal shine, I was already in what the hell mode when I come around there, and there he is. As soon as I seen that metal shine in the corner of my eye, I snapped back into my childhood and grabbed that revolver by the barrel before he got it leveled, grabbed him by the wrist, and which, by the way, for the purposes of this video, this thing is completely unloaded, and, well, the safety was actually on. Nothing in the chamber. Alright. And I just breached it, but anyway, grabbed the revolver by the barrel, grabbed his wrist, and I spun around like that. I said, if you don't let go of this damn gun, I'm going to break your arm, dude. Well, he let go, and I flipped it around in my hand like that and caught him across the cheek with it. Well, he's laying there on the ground bleeding. I told him, I said, now look at there. I didn't have but $20 in my wallet. You laying there on the ground bleeding over $20, dude. I said, I'm going to take this gun. I'm going to go over there and throw it in that far trash can. I'm going to get in my car and I'm going to leave. If you get up before I'm out this parking lot, I will run your stupid ass over. Don't play with me. Well, I got up and I left. Or, I didn't have to get up, but up and left anyway. And because of that experience, I thought that I'd never need a gun. Well, in the past year, we've nearly had our gun rights taken away a couple of times. All right. And they're getting harder and harder to come by. When I went to the pawn shop and got mine, they delayed my background check. What should have been a 15-minute process, even for somebody like me that's only been in trouble a couple of times, it should have took 15 to 20 minutes. They delayed my application for 24 hours. And I've never been in serious trouble. Now, on top of that, on top of the taking our gun rights away, trying to, just this year, in the past 4 months, we've damn near went to war with a foreign power. And then we got this virus. All right. And by the way, Iran, they've got the power to invade us. They're scared to, because of responsible gun owners that ain't scared to take to the woods. And they know that. Japan knew that back in 1941. That's why they didn't go on to California. Look it up. The admiral literally said, why didn't you, after you got through with Pearl Harbor, just march on up to California? And the Japanese admiral says, because there would be a gun behind every blade of grass. Think about that. Now, we've come close. All right. They were launching missiles and shit. Our guys shot them down. And now we got this virus running around, and there's already a meth problem in Alabama. All right. I don't care who you are, you know somebody that either does it or did it. On top of that, thanks to the governor and the virus, because of the virus, everybody's supposed to go home at 5 o'clock. Well, that means that stores that are open past 5 aren't making any money, so they're having to cut back to skeleton staff. So now you got even more people out of work, on top of what was out of work because somebody at their company got sick. So now you got people that wouldn't even think about breaking in on somebody or trying to rob somebody. They got kids and a family and shit. They're going to do what they got to do. Can't say that I completely blame them, but, you know. But when they try to do what they got to do and come mess with me, I got something for them now. See, this here is a high point c-9 9mm. It's pretty cheap. They go for about $200. And the only downside that I can see is the factory clip's only 8 rounds. And it only comes with 1 clip. Hopefully, I'll never have to use it. But should the situation arise, I want to be ready to bang. Now, I got regular old target rounds in this clip. Just a full brass jacket, you know, cheap shit, basically. But I went on eBay and I actually found 2 more clips that come from High Point, and they're a 10 round upgrade. Alright. Got the letter here from eBay. High Point 9mm factory magazine, 10 rounds. We look forward to doing business with you again on eBay. Thank you. Thanks for your purchase. You know, my name and all that on there. And it comes in this neat little envelope because they're actually pretty small. I thought they'd be a lot bigger. And apparently they even come plastic wrapped with a warning from California: may cause reproductive and harm and cancer. I don't see how, but okay. But anyway, I'm gonna load one of these up with hollow points, and I'm gonna load the other one up with the standard full metal jacket round. Now, the reason they got me some hollow points, this is what's going to be in this thing when it's laying there with a clip in it ready to go. Alright. The reason I got hollow points is because this hollow point will hit and spread out and cause massive damage, hopefully to the target only. Whereas this little piercing round right here is liable to go slam through you, the guy behind you, through my car, and hit the neighbor. I don't want that. I don't want to have to ever use it, but I damn sure don't want to hurt innocent people, because my neighbors are family and they live very close. Alright. My parents live 30 feet that way, and my cousin 50 feet that way. Alright. But we'll see how this loads here. Now my 8 round clip, it loads, it's pretty easy to start off, but it gets a little harder, you know, as you get more tension on the spring. But I actually took my cousin to the shooting range this week. Not my cousin, my stepbrother. Took my stepbrother to the shooting range Friday. He took his little pocket pistol. I think his is a 38. And you can literally hide it in the palm of your hand. But that's not what I was going for. The reason I chose 9mm is because they're a very common round. Alright. The police use it. The military uses it. Foreign militaries use it. And if the shit ever really hits the fan, I ain't got to worry about running out of ammo. Alright. Mine will be really easy to find because everybody has it. Now 22, 22s are more for squirrels. You could get hit with a 22 and probably not even really think about it much, unless they hit you in the right spot. But a 9mm, that's something the size of your pinky. Alright, look at this. That's a pretty big hole. And this is going to spread out even more. That's going to be like somebody taking their thumb and shoving it through you at a couple thousand feet per second. So that's going to do some damage. Alright, that one fits pretty well. Now the one thing I was worried about with this gun is it's got an automatic slide, or automatic back feature anyway. When you run out of ammunition, the slide stays back. Now, in the clip that come with it, see that little notch right there? A piece of the slide slides into that and it's supposed to catch it. And the thing I was worried about was, would these have that same thing on them? And They do, apparently. But when I get through loading up here, I'm going to take it outside and fire off a clip. Because one thing you got to worry about when you're not using the standard clip is the spring reaction time. Can this longer spring push the bullets up fast enough for the bolt to catch them? Because if the bolt doesn't catch the bullet, then you got a malfunction, a jam, whatever you want to call it. And that's not good. Alright? Because if somebody's bearing down on you and you're trying to unload them and all of a sudden, bam, bam, clink, that's not a good sound. I don't know if that was 10 rounds or 9. Must have been 9. Yep. 1, 2, I guess 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. Alright. Stick it in there, make sure they're lined up right. And by the way, the safety is on. There's no rounds chambered until I get ready to go out there and do what I'm finna do. Which is what I'm finna do. Alright. So I'll see y'all outside. And by the way, ta-da! The inside of my house. For those of y'all that's never seen it. Alright. I know I bragged about living in a camper on my car videos, but there it is, the inside of my little house. But I'll see y'all in a minute. How'd you like that? See what I was talking about?